You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
Hello and welcome to the weekly Betoota News Bulletin. My name is Wendall Hussey. You will notice that Clancy Overell is not leading us off today. Himself and Errol Parker are away on urgent newspaper business. They're sorting out some funding and some grants from various bodies at the moment.
Lots of smoozing going on.
Yeah, a few dinners, a few lunches, a couple of glasses of wine, but basically securing the future of the newspaper. So they're away doing that. That's the voice of Effie, Bateman, known by her Christian name Euphemia to some.
How you doing, Wendall?
I'm good. Myself and Effie will be covering the weekly news bulletin this week, running through all of the big stories that have been happening here in town. And it has been a fairly sizable week. How are you doing, Effie?
Good. Got a busy weekend.
Yep, what's plans?
2 baby showers, actually.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah.
What gifts have you got?
I haven't bought them yet.
I
know. I was thinking instead of getting like baby clothes, maybe like a bottle of wine that they can have afterwards.
Could do that.
Yeah,
what about
for the
like
mum.
little Converse shoes or something like that? Little Nike shoes, you know?
Well, see, they only last like 2 fucking weeks, don't they?
Yeah, I know, but they're real. You get photos out
They
of them.
Look
and
really
they're 2
cute.
really good weeks.
Yeah, I might get
everyone
some of
adores
those. Yeah, good idea. What about you? What
Yeah,
are you
drop
up
a couple
to?
$100 on that.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, not too much. Footy on the weekend. We got a bus trip away to Boolia, which should be interesting. First big bus trip of the season, so you can imagine what will happen there. And then on Sunday, I'd say...
I can smell it already.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately. It'll be graphic. But anyway, let's kick off the news, shall we?
Yes, and we're going to start off with some dating news. And a report has urged the nation's women to avoid blokes who rotate between these 3 shoes. Of course, talking about RMs, Birkenstocks, and boat shoes.
Yes, the holy trinity of the fuckboy, as it is known. And this comes off the back of a groundbreaking report where researchers compiled a raft of data from all major dating apps. Amongst those findings, they found that anyone who rotates between those shoes has a very high likelihood of ghosting women, most likely after a root, I believe, Effie.
Yes, and it's also found that a mullet-mustache combo was a decent indicator that the bloke would be a ghoster. I know you had those a while ago, Wendall, but you're shacked up, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, luckily I haven't ghosted my fiancée just yet. Could happen anytime soon if I keep the mullet mustache combo going. I don't have the Birks or the boat shoes, or the RMs actually. I have Baxter boots.
Oh, okay, that's pretty solid then. Yeah,
Good Goulburn made boots.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess that's why I'm, sticking with my fiancée through thick and thin.
But yeah, some useful info there, and you can find the full report on our website.
Yes, hopefully all the ladies out there do make the most of that interesting and very useful information. Now, we've got some good news from Anzac Day, and a veteran's severe PTSD and lack of housing has suddenly been fixed after the nation gets pissed in his honour.
Yes, a lovely move from the nation after millions of Anzac Day revellers drank pubs dry and emptied their wallet well into the night.
Now look, for some veterans and former defence personnel, Anzac Day is not actually that fun at all, with the very public celebrations of their service driving home the fact that our troops are offered very little support when they return home from serving the country, thanks to the bureaucracy-plagued Veterans Affairs Office that left underfunded at the bottom of the government's to-do list, and federal parliament fighting tooth and nail to avoid a royal commission into the neglect of returned servicemen and women for the best part of a decade, as well as, droves of younger veterans feeling ignored and forgotten by society that would prefer to focus on the comfortable historical Gallipoli campaign and not too much else.
It can be tough for some, but not for one veteran named Ken, who said he woke up in his car this morning to learn that his debilitating post-traumatic stress disorder and lack of housing security was suddenly solved after a few minutes of silence and a big piss-up.
Yes, he was relieved because he'd seen the news that the government was going to spend tens or hundreds of billions of dollars upgrading all sorts of defence mechanisms as a result of this random review that was handed down this week on the eve of Anzac Day. But he doesn't have to worry about that money not going into Veterans Affairs and going on shiny new toys because, he's all fixed up after that big day of minutes of silences and all that sort of stuff. So good for him. Now, some news from a local construction site, and a dweeby construction engineer at first on-site job is about to learn some things he didn't get taught at uni.
Yep. Recent civil engineering graduate Cal Tippett has been welcomed to first grade. Despite earning multiple awards throughout the course of his degree and finishing top of a couple of classes, he was reportedly not quite ready to hit the ground running.
And that was made quite evident after introducing himself to a group of tattered up tradies on site who don't take too kindly to being told what to do by a little spindly engineer straight out of uni. I believe they said some very graphic things to him, which visibly shook him. Like he was
shaking like a chihuahua.
Silent, and had to walk off around the corner. And he'd received some counsel from some of the older engineers on site, but I think it put the fear of God into him. But, look, he's just got to hang in there and hopefully he'll earn the right to a few Friday knockoff beers sometime soon, maybe.
Hang in there, Cal. And finishing up with a beverage-related story on a Friday Arvo. A bar that took order for $26 on-tap espresso martinis off a QR code wants to know if you'd like to tip.
The nerve. Yes, a once-beloved Betoota watering hole is under investigation this week after reports have surfaced that hospitality moguls have come through and officially fucked the venue. Nestled in the back streets of the French Quarter, the Postbox Hotel has been pouring beers for locals for over 85 years, well before the wave of inner-city creative yuppies moved in with their labradoodles and intolerance for lactose.
However, after limping through COVID, some out-of-towners have bought the venue. Unfortunately, that means the Postie has lost all of its old charm and become a money-making machine for some pub baron who is pouring $26 espresso martinis on tap and has the nerve to ask for a tip when you order from a QR code. Falling out for the Postie.
Yeah, indeed. Very, very sad how quickly 85 years of history at the Postie just goes down the drain. No more live music, no more free pool on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's gone to shit, but that's just the way of the world these days, I guess, Effie, isn't it?
Sure is. Anyway,
have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
See you later.